There's a country where an artificial intelligence helps decide your lawsuit. Not a pilot, not someday. Right now, inside a court system buried under 80 million cases. American courts are still finding lawyers for letting ChatGPT invent fake cases. Brazil quietly wired the AI into the court itself to read the file, sort it, even draft the ruling. The reason it had to is the same reason it might backfire. Start with the number because the number is the whole story. Brazil's courts are sitting on about 80.6 million pending cases. 80 million. Last year alone, more than 39 million new ones were filed, up 46% since 2020. This is one of the most litigious societies on earth. Brazilians sue a lot. The average judge signs around 9 final rulings every working day. A case can sit almost 3 years just in the knowledge phase. 5+ in execution. People outside Brazil get one thing wrong about this story. They assume Brazil built courtroom AI because it's advanced. It didn't. It built it because it was drowning. When the pile is 80 million high, AI stops being a luxury. It becomes plumbing. If you saw my video on Brazil's real-time tax machine, you've seen this pattern. The worst version of a problem forces the most advanced solution to it. Longest case queue on earth, most automated courts on earth. So what does AI in the court actually mean here? Not a robot in a robe, something quieter and bigger. Go to the top, the Supreme Court. It runs a system called Victor. An appeal arrives, sometimes dozens of pages. Victor runs OCR, separates the documents, reads them. Then it classifies which constitutional theme the appeal belongs to. The work a clerk used to spend an afternoon on. Victor does it in about 5 seconds. At the end of 2024, the same court switched on something new. A generative AI called Maria, built to help staff draft documents. Read that again. Draft. And this isn't one shiny pilot. Brazilian courts are running roughly 140 AI systems. Screening, predicting, summarizing, drafting. More than half the country's lawyers now use generative AI every day. None of this is a free-for-all. In March 2025, the National Judicial Council issued a formal rulebook. Resolution 615, governing how courts build and use AI. The machine suggests the judge decides. That's the official line. Hold on to it. We're going to test it in a minute. Now, point this at the United States and the picture flips. In America, AI didn't walk into the courtroom. It got dragged in as a scandal. Lawyers kept filing briefs full of cases that don't exist, hallucinated by a chatbot. There are now about 712 rulings worldwide on AI hallucinations. About 90% were written in 2025 alone. A few of those, the fake citations came from judges. The punishment is a patchwork. Fines from $1,500 to $5,000. Applied inconsistently because there's no national rule. Everyone's improvising, and America has scar tissue here. A risk-scoring algorithm called Compass once got used in sentencing. A proprietary black box accused of racial bias. That fight made the US system flinch at AI near a verdict. So look at the split. In the US, AI is a liability, something to fine, to police, to keep outside. In Brazil, AI is infrastructure. Inside the Supreme Court, same technology. Opposite place in the building. Here's where I have to be honest. This part should make you uneasy. The same AI that helps a judge close cases faster helps a lawyer open them faster too. Generative AI makes writing a lawsuit cheap, so filings go up. That's why new cases jumped 46%. The machine is draining the sink and opening the tap at the same time. The stockpile did just fall for the first time, down about 5%. Real. But the inflow keeps climbing. Then the deeper question. When an AI drafts the ruling and a judge signs 9 of those a day, Who actually decided? Where's the line between the model suggested and the model decided? Researchers have a blunt phrase for it: innovation without evaluation. The tools scale across the country faster than anyone measures if they're fair. Due process assumes a human weighed your case. At machine speed, across 80 million files, that assumption gets thin. So, is Brazil ahead or running an experiment on its own citizens? Honestly, both. It's the move I keep finding here. A constraint so brutal it forces a solution. One the rich world won't touch yet. Remember my video on sovereign AI that was Brazil building the brain? This is Brazil putting the brain to work inside the state. Just don't confuse the two things this story blends. Faster justice is not the same thing as justice. A court that clears cases at machine speed is still a court. The question is whether it's still a fair one. That's the experiment. And the rest of us are about to learn from it. I'm watching this one from the trenches. See you in the next one.